In this video, I'll show you how to solve the ALEKS problem called reading a periodic table entry. This problem is asking us to come up with a list of every element that meets specific criteria pertaining to atomic number and atomic mass. This problem for me is asking for all the elements that have an atomic number less than 11 and an atomic mass greater than 13.7. So let's check out a periodic table and let's identify where we're going to find the atomic number and the atomic mass. So there's, on most periodic tables, you're going to find two numbers in any given box. Like in this box right here, I've got two numbers right there. We're not looking at the numbers up outside of the periodic table boxes at this point. You'll notice that some of the numbers go in, are whole numbers, and they go in numerical order from left to right, top to bottom. So there's number 1, element number 1, and there's element number 2, and then we go 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get the idea. Those numbers are the atomic numbers. So these numbers that are the whole numbers that are in order from left to right, top to bottom, those are the atomic numbers. And then you'll notice inside each box there are also numbers that have decimal places associated with them. And they are for the most part in increasing order, but they're not in like direct number line order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see that there are some numbers that are being skipped as we go from one box to the next. These are the atomic masses. And now that you know that, this problem becomes pretty straightforward. So this wants every element that has an atomic number less than 11. So atoms that have an atomic number of 10 and less than 10. These are all potential. And it says it has to have an atomic mass of greater than 13.7. I just kind of happened to stop highlighting at exactly the right time. This carbon has an atomic number of less than 11, which is what the problem is asking, but the atomic mass of carbon is not greater than 13.7. So for my particular problem, these are the 4 elements that meet the criteria. They all have an atomic number less than 11, and they all have an atomic mass greater than 13.7. So over here in the answer box, it doesn't necessarily want these elements to be listed in any particular order, like biggest to smallest. We're just going to use the single letter abbreviations and fill all of them in. And one thing that is kind of weird that ALEKS wants when you're doing these types of answers is that there should be no spaces at all in between these commas. If it's helpful, you can use this function over here that just kind of inserts commas without inserting spaces, but in order to get this problem correct, you need to have no spaces at all between the commas and the letters.